This little device will improve all your audio. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this little guy. This is the iFi Audio Uno, and it is their most affordable and most accessible DAC amp combination. So this is the Uno high-res USB DAC amp. And what do I mean by a DAC? It's a digital analog converter and headphone amplifier. So what it means is you plug this into a music source, you plug in your headphones, or there's RCA out on the back, so you can also plug it into your speakers if you want, and it will make everything sound better. It gives you a bigger, more expansive sound. It makes even great headphones sound even better. Now, let me give you some specs, and while I'm doing that, I'll give you a couple of close-ups so you see what's going on with this device. It gives you 10 to 80,000 hertz frequency response with a signal-to-noise ratio of greater than 113 decibels, DNR of greater than 110 decibels, and total harmonic distortion of less than 0.02%. It's powered by a chip called an ESS Tech Sabre ES9219MQQ. Now, I know you're not going to know what that chip is, but suffice to say, it's basically an audio system on a chip. So you give this a good signal, it's going to sound like a really good signal. You give it a mediocre signal, and it'll bump it up to being something that sounds significantly better. It supports high-res audio, and so for high-res audio, you have another set of specs. PCM is 32-bit, 384 kilohertz, DSD up to 11.2 megahertz, and it supports MQA, which is Master Quality Assured, which is what Tidal uses for its Hi-Fi Plus service. Basically, all of these things they're doing is they're taking whatever music you give it and they're making it richer and bigger and have more soundstage and greater dynamic range. It's just kind of magic. It just does a great job. As a headphone amp, when you plug something into the 3.5 millimeter jack in the front, you get 211 milliwatts into 32 ohms or 3.5 volts into 600 ohms. Basically, it will drive big fancy headphones or something nice and simple, even earbuds. If you use this with earbuds, those earbuds are going to sound better, believe it or not. It's kind of amazing. Now, one of the unique things about this, and I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my Google Pixel 6 Pro, which has USB-C, so it's USB-C on both ends. I had to supply my own cable. We'll come back to that in a second. But it then gives me on the top 3 different EQ modes, and you can see I can step between them. They are music, movies, and games, and you can also turn it off. I found the differences between them to be extremely subtle, so perhaps you will find a slightly different experience with your own headphones and stuff, but I don't know. So I have the Beyerdynamic Amaron headphones. These are about $300. Really nice headphones, but hey, why not make them sound even better? So what I'm going to do is they have a 3.5 millimeter jack. So I have this plugged into my phone, then I'm going to plug the headphones in here, and now I'm ready to go. On the front is an on-off switch that's also a volume control, and you can see there's that green light to show me that I'm good to go. And I find that the power match definitely gives you better sound quality. It just helps with the impedance matching and stuff. And then the EQ button lets you step between the 3 EQ modes, or you can just leave it with flat response, which in a lot of situations is the best of them. So what I have is I have Tidal right now. So I'm just plugged in, and Tidal gives you really some of the best quality audio you can get out of a device. And one of the things that's worth noting here is that this Google Pixel 6 Pro doesn't actually have a 3.5 millimeter jack. So if I just wanted to plug my headphones directly into it, I'd need an adapter anyway. So why not have an adapter that actually adds to the music? So if I put these on and I start playing, very nice. I'll skip to another song. And so this is McCoy Tyner playing Duke Ellington songs, and it's a big, rich sound, and of course I can increase the volume. And it just has a beautiful sound to it. I mean, these are already nice headphones, but I will say that what the DAC does is it actually expands the audio. It's kind of hard to understand if you don't experience it yourself, but if you imagine that the music you listen to is like this certain size listening space, it's like this makes that a bigger space, and it's like they just upgraded their speakers, and so you're in the club and now you got a better seat. Or you're at the stadium and you're actually at the sweet spot of all the different amps and speakers that are pointing at the audience. It really makes a difference. It really sounds good. And one of the things I really like about this is it's also very affordable. IFI has some really cool gear. A lot of it's pretty spendy. This is a stocking stuffer level piece of equipment, and it does such a good job. Now, real quick, I didn't do an unboxing, but I can show you what's in the box. And it comes with a quick start guide. I'll get back to that cable in a second. Comes with a sticker and how to set up MQA if you're going to use this with your computer. And this works really well with computers. And then a whole warranty and limitations. And so the piece that I skipped that's really important to talk about is the cable. So it includes a USB-C to USB-A cable, which works really well for older computers like a desktop PC, or a lot of PCs now have it, but a lot of very modern computers only have USB-C, which means you can't plug this into your laptop unless you actually get your own cable. So what I did here is I did a bring your own cable. This is a USB-C to USB-C. It's a little cable. You can pick one of these up at Target or Walmart or Amazon for, I don't know, 10 bucks, 15 bucks. And that makes it much more flexible. Now, when I had USB-C to Lightning and plugged it into an iPhone, that didn't work because Lightning doesn't deliver power that this needs. So, worth knowing if you're going to use this with an iPhone, you'll want to double check with IFI to make sure compatibility is there. But IFI Audio also has other equipment that offers similar features and works with iPhones through a Lightning connector. So, different options. Now, in terms of this one, I am, as you can tell, a big fan. It is small, 3.5 inches by 1 inch by 3 inches, and it is 0.2 of a pound. You are almost convinced that it's actually empty inside. And on the back are basically, outside of all the screws and all the stickers and everything, the back basically has USB-C input, and then that RCA jack output for you to plug it into speakers, an old amplifier, stereo system, whatever you want to plug it into. This will actually inline make things sound better. And then on the front, it's super easy. There's the on-off volume control. There's 3.5 millimeter audio jack. And then there are two buttons, one that denotes EQ setting and the other one that does power match, which you can just experiment with turning on and off to see which gives you the better sound. And that's really everything you need to know about the IFI Audio Uno. I like it. I think that it is a simple, smart device, easily something you can stick in your computer bag or in your desk at work and then just pull it out when you want to listen to music, but have it sound better. And who doesn't want that? I mean, if you're going to listen to something, you might as well have it sounded the best it can possibly be, and this thing delivers. So, we need to talk about the price, but before we get to the price, I'm going to ask if you could subscribe to my channel, please. Go ahead and click or tap on that subscribe button, and then click or tap on the bell icon to turn on notifications. And if you found this useful, go ahead and give me a like. Really appreciate when you do that. All right, this is the IFI Audio Uno high-res USB DAC amp, and it is $79 at Amazon.com. Yes, you heard me right, $79, not $979, not $379, under 80 bucks. And this is a no-brainer way to improve whatever gear you have, whether you have pretty fancy headphones like I do, or whether you have something a little more modest. This is something that's definitely worth checking out. That's all I got. I'll hope to catch you in my next video.